But prevention is better than a cure. Make sure that you're not connecting to those networks. Make sure that you've got a VPN in place. Make sure that you know what you're connecting to at any given time.
Welcome to the Security Shack podcast. Every episode, we rate a different energy drink out of 10 to try and determine which is the very best for keeping our cybersecurity experts going, while discussing the latest news, the biggest topics, and the most important questions relating to cybersecurity. So crack open a can of something cold, caffeinated, and carbonated, and join us for today's topic. I was going to say, because I've said before, I don't drink energy drinks at all. I can't stand them. So this is partly a bit of torture for me, I think.
Yeah.
But do you rate them? Do you like a can of Monster?
When the time calls for it. Yeah. It's not something that I'll generally go for. A cup of coffee works just as well.
Yeah. We've had people here before say coffee's the way to go. I understand that a lot more. Well, today we've got Pacific Punch. Got no idea what this is going to taste like. It looks like it's glowing.
Yeah. It's going to make us glow.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Interesting.
That's actually not bad.
It's not awful.
No.
You know those Mr. Kipling cakes? The Bakewell ones?
Okay.
You've got no idea what you're going to eat. They kind of taste like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's, a little bit.
It's actually not too bad.
Yeah. I've had worse. All right, on to the topics today.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at network security, but in particular, we're looking at man-in-the-middle attacks. People may have heard of these types of attacks, but they might not know exactly what they are. So we're going to go over the basics of sort of what they are and why people should be concerned about these sort of attacks.
Sure.
So I guess, do you want to start with sort of what the definition, I suppose, and what exactly they are?
So a man-in-the-middle attack is effectively somebody intercepting internet traffic. So the big example that you can really use for this, and I think for most people it's where a big worry comes in, it's why a lot of VPNs are active nowadays, is say you're sitting in a coffee shop. You get there, your laptop's not connected, but you've got a call that you need to be on, or you've got an email that you need to send. You see that there's a free Wi-Fi password that's on your table. You decide, I'm going to link up to that Wi-Fi. I'm going to go and do all of my emails and all of that. What could be happening then is that Wi-Fi password could not belong to the cafe that you're currently sitting in, and it could be somebody else using, they call it Pineapple, something that I heard you talking about the other day as well. And effectively, it's a router that you connect to before your traffic goes to the internet. And effectively, anything that you are doing online, connecting through to the internet, is then intercepted and viewed. So where this can get quite dangerous is if you're sending any personal information, if you're sending any IP, if you are viewing your internet banking. All of that can be intercepted. You can have your passwords taken. You can have pretty much everything taken. The problem with the man-in-the-middle attack is it's one of those kind of hit and hope attacks that people do often, because most people will see a Wi-Fi open network and just go and say, perfect, I don't want to use my data. And you open yourself up to enormous vulnerabilities there. So it's a nasty one. It's an opportunistic one. Again, it's one of those environments where it's not a targeted attack. It's an attack because you're vulnerable. Yeah, because your data is available effectively.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's a psychological thing of the convenience of
100%.
Oh, I can get some free Wi-Fi. It's funny you mention it. I was out last night. I'm very glad I got this because I'm very tired. I just couldn't get into quite late. But I was out with my family and we were sat in a restaurant and we were trying to look something up related to where we're going to go to next, the concert we went to. And my mum decided to join the theatre network next door, because in that before, so it was saved on her phone. And immediately everyone else from the table was like, don't do that. I want to do that, but not without a VPN, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, strike on your mom. But well done on everyone else.
Yeah.
That's definitely, please don't connect to unknown networks. You don't know who's behind them. If you see a password on a table, even if it's in a cafe in a place that you frequent quite often, you don't know if it's somebody who just walked past that table and dropped it on there. That's how I would do it, effectively. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Just use your data, upgrade your data plan. Data's become so cheap nowadays. It's not worth the risk. Get a VPN. Get a tool to protect yourself. Unfortunately, the world of cybercrime nowadays is rampant. It's out there. Everybody's open to an attack. I mean, we call these guys exploiters. They're going to exploit every single opportunity that they can get. Yeah.
I believe one of the sort of the biggest attacks of this kind was a British Airways were impacted, but we're talking almost a decade ago now. But I think it was such a big deal, not only because basically someone sat behind the checkout page, and when people entering bank details, then
just skimming.
Yeah, exactly. But the real reason I bring it up is due to GDPR. I think the UK government fined them about 20 million. So it's important not just for individuals and people, but for businesses as well.
100%. So I think the new rules that are coming in now, it's a minimum of £17 million fine, or 10% of your global revenue, whichever's higher. Look, they will try and mitigate as much as possible, but we need to stamp out cybercrime, and if that means financial penalties, absolutely fine. Ironically, the guys who are a bit more kind when it comes through to crime are the threat actors themselves, because they've already checked how much you've got in your bank accounts, and funny enough, that's exactly how much they'll fine you to get your data back.
Also with the BA attack, I believe that was only possible due to a third-party vulnerability. Which we'll probably cover in a different podcast. It shows that you need your entire network to be
secure. It's not just and this is why we talk about defense in depth. It's not just a single tool that you can put into your environment that's going to be your silver bullet to making you impenetrable. That doesn't exist. There's no such thing as 100% secure. It's small processes that are added up, but with technologies that complement it. If you've just got an email security on your tenant, your network is completely available. If you don't have anything on your if you've got your network checked, that's wonderful. You can find out when you're being reached. That's great. But you don't have any remediation capability. So then you need to have another tool to kind of go in. So you need all of these different processes in place to try and make it your environment as difficult to breach as possible. And even once they breach, because like you said, there's third-party vulnerabilities, and that's where zero-day attacks come in from. Even once you've got those, you need to be able to identify those behaviors in the environment so that you can remediate, roll back, get your backups running. It is a big moving piece. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people nowadays go and buy a single tool and think, job done.
I mean, something that I know internally at Landor we go on about quite a lot is layers. Layered security is absolutely the key.
100%. Yeah, and I think with regulation and all of that coming in now, there's effectively frameworks to an extent of what tools are required. The FCA compliance is quite heavy about that, but it's protecting certain industries more that can be enforced, that are already under regulation. The SME space, where people aren't really under that much compliance nowadays, it becomes more difficult to try and regulate. With the new bills that are coming in now, we're seeing that there is going to be quite a lot of push for new tools to be entering into environments. So it is something that people are going to need to be aware of, but it's also something that's really going to benefit in environments. They also give you a ton of data of your own environment, so you get some analytics, you get some decision-making data that you can actually go and pull out of your environment as well. There are benefits to security.
So another question for you: if someone's already been the victim of a man-in-the-middle attack, and they're trying to sort of work forward so A, it doesn't happen again, and B, they mitigate as much damage as possible, what would you recommend?
So if you are caught to the man-in-the-middle attack, and generally it is an opportunistic crime, so it's not often going after big environments, I would say go change your passwords. Once you are off of that network, please don't change them while you're on that network. But prevention is better than a cure.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're not connecting to those networks. Make sure that you've got a VPN in place. Make sure that you know what you're connecting to at any given time. Trying to mitigate after the fact can become difficult because you won't know what they've got access to. Effectively, in all of that internet traffic, they should have eyes on it. So it becomes difficult.
Nice. And yes, obviously, Landl can help people with that.
100%.
But ultimately, it's about whatever security you can get, because the stronger every individual and business is, the stronger everyone becomes.
100%.
And that's better for everyone.
100%. I mean, for us, the biggest thing is about know where your vulnerabilities are, know where your weak points are. If you're a completely decentralized office, everybody's working from home, network security is probably further down the list of what you need, but then you need to make sure that every endpoint that you've got and every user that you've got is as secure as they possibly can be. If you're in a big office and there's a lot of data running through there and you're talking about important things that belong to the business, please secure your network. Please,
I keep getting told off here because I'll go and work from home, put on the VPN that connects me to our network.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave it on when I come back.
Yeah.
And then I wonder why something isn't working quite right. So I'm getting a VPN on a network I'm already on.
Exactly that, yeah.
Yeah. But it's better than not being protected.
100%, yeah. So there are times where we'll come through and say, that's not necessary. You don't really need that. It's maybe a bit of overkill or whatever the case is. But more security is better than less security.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I think it's a great way to sort of sum it up. So we come back to the drink, another sip, and we try and rate it out of 10.
I'll be honest, it's probably one of the better energy drinks that I've had. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely better than I've only recorded one of these so far, so the bar is very low.
Yeah.
And that was like the most basic that I could find. So yeah, I don't know if it's good. I wouldn't get it again, but it's not awful. So I think a 7's quite fair.
Yeah. I'm not buying that.
That's the sort of thing when I was a teenager I probably would have really liked.
100%.
But now not so much. But there you go. So thank you very much, Matt, for joining us. If you'd like to contact either Matt or Landl in general to learn more about anything that was discussed today, or cybersecurity, or one of our other services, details for that will be on screen now. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.